Undefeated Eric Seamon from Westchester East. He's 31-0 with Todd Van Horn at 27-4-1.
Out of bounds they go as they came over towards our table, and that would have been
Van Horn initiating the action there in the purple uniform. Almost got the takedown as they went out of bounds.
So just underway at heavyweight. Last bout of the evening. Southeast Regional Championships. There's a shot by Seamon, but he comes back up.
Yes, Eric Seamon is familiar to the regional finals. He was a winner here last year. Let's see how he can do with Todd Van Horn from Phoenixville. These boys probably wrestled last week in their southern final somewhere. I know that Eric Seamon was the #1 seed, and Todd Van Horn, I guess, was the #2 seed.
Yeah. And now Seamon is in tight. Unable to really take it over, though. He was in nice on the leg.
Oh,
good
head
shot
bump
to the chin, yeah.
Actually, you're seeing, you know, the physiques on these boys, they're tall and maybe going 220, 230, maybe even 240, but they're not the rotund heavyweight. And we have to say that we call them heavyweights now rather than unlimited.
Yeah.
We do have a 275-pound maximum in this weight class.
Yeah, I think that some of that is probably the result of the rules being more towards action, and point scoring rather than the larger, some of the guys who used to get in at 300 pounds, 300 pounds plus, and just sit out there and create some
There's only a few wrestlers at that weight.
Yeah.
I think if there's enough to get over the 275, they ought to be thinking about maybe putting another intermediate weight class of, let's say, 220, and then have a heavyweight after that.
Yeah. Now it's going to be a call. It's going to be stalling on the Phoenixville wrestler, Todd Van Horn. That's his first warning.
We do also have another limit in the heavyweight class. When you wrestle at this, you have to be at least 185 pounds on the low side.
I think wasn't Craig Maurer for CB East wrestling this year for John Tomlinson had to fight to stay above that.
Yes, some of the boys have to take on extra water and whatever before weigh-ins to make sure that they're up to the 185 minimum. And we're working some upper body, trying to throw, and Eric Seamon says, no, I don't want any of that. I'll be content to maybe work on a leg takedown.
25 seconds left, first period, no score at heavyweight. Out of bounds they go.
We've had a stall warning on Todd Van Horn. It looks like the match is kind of reversed around the other way. Seamon seems to be just doing the blocking now. Now he goes underneath.
Now Van Horn reaches back underneath for the leg, over top.
With these boys wrestling in their finals last week, I think they have a pretty good feel for how they wrestle, and they're just trying not to make the mistakes again.
And that'll do it for the period. So no score as the wrestlers stayed on their feet for the entire period. It's going to be Van Horn's choice.
We've seen two referees here. We do have an assistant referee on the side. He's also taking a look at which color it is. He keeps track of that, and he's looking for any technical violations of maybe a wrong starting position here on the side of the start while the mat referee handles the match.
Van Horn got the choice and chose top, so he chose plan B as well.
Well, he figures maybe he can get some back points on him. Maybe he did in the last match when they wrestled last week. Well, that looks like it's out to a neutral for Eric Seamon for the first point of the match.
Neutral, and he came right down to the legs, came over and dumped him for the 2 points.
Van Horn was not ready to set up his block and to get a takedown. Eric Seamon came right back after he got the 1 point and got the 2.
So 3-0 the score right now. Now he's working for the tilt. As he's got the leg in, he's coming right back, and he's going to come over to the other side now and throw the half. And Seamon is really just taking control of this bout. He's got a straight half.
He's got a 3-point near fall on that first maneuver. Now he's working over on the half. It'll still be the same set of back points unless he can get the pin, and then we'll be over.
Well, he may very well. I think he's going to get
working him down. Yes, he's working him closer and closer.
And then the referee right on it. And he's got that arm. He's got the perfect position. There it is. There it is. Eric Seamon, once again, regional champ at heavyweight from Westchester East, defeats Todd Van Horn of Phoenixville with a fall.
Yes, we have an interesting setup now coming for outstanding